Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're making a recipe from the beautiful Canary Islands, also known as Islas Canarias, famously known for their sunny beaches and having some amazing architecture. Now the dish that we're making does have a historical reference as it represents when the Spanish Christians expelled the Moors from the Iberian Peninsula in 1492. We're talking Spanish black beans and white rice. This is known as Moros y Cristianos. And let me tell you, this dish is filled with so many simple yet delicious flavors. It's made with basic pantry staples, and the best part, done in a little over 30 minutes. Folks, serve this dish as a side next to some pan-grilled fish, or as a main course, as it certainly has enough protein. Either way, make sure you enjoy it next to a bottle of Spanish wine for a taste of Spanish history. This video is sponsored by Tienda.com. The Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, olives, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, and all the basic pantry staples you need, such as extra virgin olive oil, which we're going to use in today's recipe, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings. And they even offer classic grilling systems that way you can always perfectly cook your paella. Folks, visit Tienda.com. Let them know Albert from Spain on a Fork sent you there. Make sure you use coupon code ONAFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's just jump right into this. I'm going to heat a saucepan with a medium heat and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. Link where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to roughly chop 3 cloves of garlic. Then we'll add the chopped garlic into the saucepan. And we'll mix it around continuously and go between 30 seconds to 1 minute here. After about 1 minute, and that garlic is nice and fragrant, you don't want to brown it, we'll add in 2 cups of water, which is 480 milliliters. Then we'll season generously with sea salt, turn it up to a high heat, and give it a mix. While the water's heating, let's start prepping the rice. I'm going to measure out 1 cup of rice, which is 190 grams. I'm using Spanish short grain rice, which is similar to arborio. Of course, you can use any rice you like here. Just make sure to check the package instructions. That way your liquid to rice ratios and your cooking times are right on the money. Once the water comes to a boil in the saucepan, we'll add in the rice. And we'll give it a mix. That way it's evenly distributed. And then we'll place the lid on the saucepan and lower it to a low heat. And we're going to simmer this for about 18 minutes or until the rice is just cooked through. Once again, make sure to check the package instructions in the rice you're using. That way you get your cooking times right on the money. In the meantime, let's start making our beans. I'm going to heat a fry pan with a medium heat. And add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. Once again, link where you get the Spanish one I'm using, which truly makes a difference in this recipe, in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to finely chop 1 small onion, roughly chop 3 cloves of garlic, and finely chop 1 red bell pepper. And like I've told you in prior videos, if you prefer, you can chop the ingredients before heating the pan. Then we'll add the chopped vegetables into the hot fry pan. And we'll mix them around continuously, that way they don't brown too quickly and it all evenly sautés. After about 4 minutes and the vegetables are lightly sautéed, I'm going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 2 grams. We'll also add in half a teaspoon of dried thyme, which is half a gram. And 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper, which is a little over half a gram. And we'll give it a quick mix. And I tell you, by adding in the spices and herbs right now and lightly sauteing them, it's going to make them nice and fragrant, which gives this dish a beautiful lift of flavors. Then we'll add in half a cup of tomato sauce, which is 120 grams. As always, I made mine by finely grating fresh tomatoes, but you can also use half the amount of canned tomato sauce, which is similar to passata. We'll also add in half a cup of dry white wine, which is 120 milliliters. If wine is not your thing, you can also use white grape juice here, or any broth of your choice with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. And season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And then we'll turn it up to a high heat, give it a mix, and simmer it for a few minutes. In the meantime, let's start prepping the beans. I'm going to drain 2 cans of black beans into a colander and rinse the beans under some water. Size of the cans I'm using are 15.5 ounces, which is 440 grams each. After simmering the tomato sauce and white wine for about 5 minutes, and the alcohol has been cooked off, you can see the mixture has slightly thickened. We'll add in the rinsed black beans and 1.5 cups of water, which is 360 milliliters. Then we'll season with a kiss of sea salt. Add in 2 bay leaves and give it a gentle mix. Once it comes to a boil, we'll place the lid on the pan and lower the fire to a low heat, and we're going to simmer this for about 10 minutes. That way the flavors can develop. In the meantime, let's move back to the rice. After simmering for 18 minutes, which in my case should be perfectly cooked through, this is ready to go. I'm going to remove the saucepan from the heat, and using a fork, we'll gently fluff the rice. This is to help separate the grains. And then we'll transfer some of the rice into a shallow bowl. After simmering the beans for about 10 minutes, we'll remove the pan from the heat and transfer some of the beans into the bowl with the white rice. And check it out, folks, our Spanish black beans and white rice is done. Easy to make, gorgeous presentation, and all done in a little over 30 minutes. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, Moros y Cristianos, a historic recipe from the beautiful Canary Islands. So excited to try this. Here we go. That's so good. Grab a spoonful, don't be shy, take some. It is absolutely delicious. Another recipe for me where less is more, and the simple things are the best things. As we got such basic ingredients, we got so many flavors out of this. The black beans absorb everything in the pan, and then that rice rounds out for the perfect balance. Easy to make, heart healthy. Give it a try at home. Once again, as a main course or even as a side. Either way, enjoy it next to a bottle of Spanish wine for a taste of Spanish history. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Daniela Brandt, Patricia O'Brien, and Colin Holloman. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.